Hey guys, my name is Mike Munzing with Munzing Mortgage Group. I've been down here in Orange County for about 27, 28 years doing loans for you, the realtors and your buyers. Love being down here. I've been working all aspects in the industry. Well, this week, go over to my rate sheet at mikemunzing.com. You will see rates have improved just a little. It's nice seeing that little bit of drop. Kind of go over the information, go over the details, find out what properties you're holding open house, see how that lines up with the rate sheet so you know what to talk about with your buyers so they have a good idea what the rate's going to be. You can work out their payment and really help them figure out what's going on. Now this week I'm going to be touching on Stephen Thomas's report. Here you can always get that over at www.reportsonhousing.com. It is a subscription site, but it's a fantastic resource for you. Every couple of weeks, Stephen, who is a statistician, word's always tough, a statistician, he breaks down Orange County's real estate market, going through the MLS, seeing where the trends are, what's going on, and he breaks it down in his report here. This week, he kind of trends towards my end of the world, the interest rate side of the world. What Stephen picks out, what he talks about is that the interest rates have been remaining low for many, many years, a lot longer than many have speculated. No, I've been finding that too when people say, gee, Mike, why aren't you doing a whole bunch of refinances? Well, you got to remember that rates were even a little bit lower 2, 3, 4 years ago. So if folks can get into a 3% a couple of years ago, now that they're upper threes into the low fours, there's no need to refinance. So that's why there aren't as many refinances going on, but you and I, we all do mostly the purchases, which is where the real market is, and that's where we should be. So now we're starting to see some of the economists talking about how the rates are supposed to be hiking. We've been hearing about this for a while. I've been talking about it because it's what makes sense. The rates are being artificially held down low. Stephen talks about that. But now, as he puts it, we need to listen to the Fed. The Feds are the guys who control the rates. They control those short-term rates, which in effect affects the long-term rate. And now the Feds are starting to talk about raising the rates as well. And they are hinting at doing that. And the estimation is it may be one big or at least somewhat of a hit towards the end of the year. We need to see how that is coming. Now that may be what is affecting the current buyer demand. Buyer demand seems to be up because the people are hearing about those rates going up. I've been certainly once again talking about it. So the buyer demand has been going up, trying to get in before those rates increase. And let's see what he points to here down below. Now, on the next page, I want to bring up a chart that he shows here. Now, on this chart, it's hard to see, but I'll give you some of the highlights. He's talking about today's rate being about 4 1/8. It's roughly, depending on the program, about 4 1/8. Now he looks at what happens if that rate just jumps to 5%, because these are some big hits. I mean, we've been working with your buyers and working with folks buying homes at these really, really low rates. But once you increase those rates, it really changes what they can afford. So at the cost of 5% interest rate, just 7/8 higher, that equates to $3,408 over an entire year. Certainly is going to affect them. Now that's for the median home here in Orange County, but for that median home, it's about $3,408. Now, he also looks on the chart here at what happens if that rate goes to 6.5%. Now that would push it up from where it is now. That's $746 more every month, which equates to $8,952 over an entire year. Now, I don't know about you, but the buyers I've been working with are pushing the limit. They want to get every penny that they can qualify for right now. It's really always a struggle to get them in there. But if you do this is changing by, let's see, if we look at a 43 back-end ratio, that means at those numbers I just mentioned, they have to make $20,818 more to qualify for the same house. That's over almost $21,000 in income for that same exact deal. So it's going to affect us. Now, Stephen makes some comments here that in the past, rates have certainly been higher. And that's true. But what a lot of folks are not considering is that the prices of the homes years ago, when the rates were higher, the prices were nowhere near where we are now, which is a problem. So definitely something to consider on this. Well, on the next page here, Stephen talks about the inventory. Let's bring that chart up here. And he mentions that the inventory is up only 1%. You can see it's been certainly jumping over the last, since the beginning of the year, but it's up only 1%, and that is 51 homes, bringing us to 7,167 homes available in Orange County. And that was the jump over the last couple of weeks. And now we go to the current demand. We were talking about the hot demand before. Demand over the last 2 weeks is only up by about 2%. He considers that as escrows. So at 64 escrows have increased in the last 2 weeks, bringing us to currently in escrow 2,762 properties. Hopefully you've got quite a few of those or a number of those. That'd be great. And finally is the distress breakdown. Still a very small part of the market, but distressed properties are up 26 homes, short sales and foreclosures. So currently we are at 226 distressed properties on the market right now in Orange County. So hopefully you can find some buyers for those as well. Don't forget, in the back of the report here, he's got great charts, graphs, great information, very effective for your buyers and sellers. Makes you look like you got the latest information, because you do, in the market that you're working in. It's a fantastic report. I highly recommend it. Well, we're coming into a great weekend. Should be beautiful. I'll be out working. So keep my number in your phone, 949-689-5626. I love working with you. Love helping those buyers, finding the great programs that they can qualify for, recommending just the best program for their situation. We look at whether conforming or FHA and weighing the two and figuring out which is going to be the best for them. It's an honor for me to be there for you and your buyers. So call me. Let's work together. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.